Welcome back, everybody. This is
Jeannie.
and Ron, and we're just coming to wish you a happy Easter. Yes, He is risen. Thank God. Oh, Pascha for all you Orthodox out there. We just wanted to stop in and thank you for watching our videos. Also, we wanted to hit a little bit on where we left off at. On the last episode, we touched a little bit on what it means to be saved, okay, and posed some questions that you might want to ask yourself to figure out whether you're in the position to where you want to approach Christianity, if this is even something for you, or if your life's perfectly cool, all right, and doing just fine. And in that case, go on. But if you do want to stick around and you do want to join hands with all of us in brotherly and harmonious action as we walk the sacred path of in the sunlight of the Spirit, Christianity and God our Savior and each other, then we're going to make a little distinction here. Today we're going to be talking about the difference between self-will and God's will. All right, so we're going to give a little bit of personal examples of what it might look like to be walking in self-will, and also what it might look like and what happens when we walk in God's will. All right, so
self-will kind of looks like I am making the plans on my own. I have these goals, and this was me. I have these goals, and I have to obtain them, and I have to meet whatever criteria for this. And so I have this expectation of everything turning out the way that I've decided it should be. And God's will, on contrast to that, would be that I understand now that there is a creator who created me perfectly as he meant to, exactly to be who I am. And he has a plan for my entire life. When I really surrender and realize that his plan is better than mine in every way possible, I am left with no fear. I am left with no anxiety. When things happen in my life, I can trust that even if they are really seem like horrible things that are going on, there's got to be a bigger picture, because there always is, and God knows it. And even if I can never understand it, I trust him.
Yeah, that's great. So, when I'm looking at self-will, I'm looking at what I'm doing and what I'm capable of, and then using that as a measuring stick on if I did well or if I did poorly for the day. So, if I wake up in the morning and, just as she said, I have my own goals, my own expectations, and I know who I am and what I can do to meet those goals. What usually happens is that if I see my plans and goals and expectations not being met or not going according to plan, then I begin to have fear,
Anxiety,
doubt. I begin stumbling along the way. Okay.
Not to mention, it kind of will make you treat other people unjustly. Just
right. I begin to treat other people as instruments to help me obtain my goals rather than as fellow travelers on this walk with God. Mm-hmm. And nobody really truly wants to do that. I don't believe so. And so when I'm walking in God's will, okay, instead of trusting in finite self, I mean small little itty bitty me with my itty bitty little insignificant power to accomplish everything, I began trusting in the almighty infinite power that is God. And since this is his world and his way of doing things, then when I'm relying on his plans that he sets, his goals, then my only expectation is to increase in relationship with him and to be of utmost service for him and for my fellow travelers on this walk. So with that comes peace, calmness, right? Mm-hmm. Serenity, joy, happiness, true happiness, that means that I am fine whether it went my way or it didn't. Okay? When it's self-will, it had to go my way. Well, there is no happiness. Why would I be happy if it went your way?
But the thing you have to surrender is your self-will. Yeah. To obtain God's will. Yeah, to realize what self-will God's will is. It's tiny. And you know what? It's so justifiable. And it's so filled with pride. And so we also wanted to speak about pride versus humility. Self-will and really the world right now will tell you that you can justify anything that you do. And that could be a whole world of things. I can't think of examples right now, but I'm sure you can think of.
There's a few that are controversial.
Yeah.
But we're not here to be controversial. Mm-hmm. We're hitting on.
It's more just what's speaking to you about it. Right. And so just to look inside of yourself and find out, where is this pride coming from? Why can't I surrender what that is that I've justified within inside of myself, and give that to God and see if He gives it back. If that was part of His will for my life, then it will be known when I surrender 100% my entire life, 100% of my day to just wanting to do what He meant me to do.
Yeah. Okay. So, with that being said, okay, I think we can sum it up real short in saying that anytime I'm relying upon my itty bitty self,
teeny tiny,
okay,
pretty powerless. Right. Even if you are a Leo like myself and the whole world told you all the time that you were prideful and you were the best.
Right.
You're not.
Even if you're on the head of NASA and you can build rocket ships, okay? Yeah. In the great scheme of things, you're still just this big.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're trying to manage something way bigger than you. Alright? Whenever we trust us, instead of trusting God, creator of all things, massive energy source, we're bound to fail.
Infinite perspective on...
Omnipotent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Omnipotent. He knows it all. He's seen it all. Your plans are nothing then. Mm-hmm. His are greater and eternal. So that's what we're looking for. That's a distinction between pride and humility. Anytime the ant crawls up on the big man and says, bow down and worship me, well, there might be a little bit of pride in that ant. Mm-hmm. Okay, so all of us ants working together for the greater purpose of the one true God, we might be able to accomplish a little something here. So everybody get with the plan. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your day. Okay?
Happy Easter.
He is risen. Do not forget. He's not dead in a tomb rotting. Mm-hmm. He is alive, and He loves, and He cares. So God bless, and we'll see you next time.